Hello traders, how are we? Welcome to Simply Forex. Welcome to the live stream. Trader Tom here, and I hope you are all well. In today's live stream, guys, we have got lots to do. We are going to look at my first indicator trade, which was successful. So we're going to talk you through that. We are not going to look at the news because there is no news of any that's not worth looking at, to be quite honest. So there's no news today. We're also going to take as many of your questions as possible. So if you've got any questions about trading, then please ask me. Your questions are my fuel, guys, right? And we can try and get through as many questions as you like. And it can be anything to do with trading. We're also going to take a look at some trades that are potentially setting up, although there aren't many, to be honest. And then also, guys, we are going to give away a $5,000 funded account during this live stream. All right. So if that doesn't all sound like fun, then I don't know what is. Fun could also be having a few beers at the pub, but this is more fun and healthier. So there you go, guys. That is the plan. And in order to win this $5,000 challenge, prop firm challenge, we're actually going to play a little game. Ooh, I hear you say. Yeah, so we're going to do that, guys, all right? But let's start, because those of you who don't know, or maybe you do, but regulars to the channel will, that this month I am dedicating to only trading our Price Action Pro indicator strategies. All right, so I'm using our indicator to enter trades for the month of October. Right, if it goes well, I'm sure we can carry this on. And we had our first trade today, and it was New Zealand against the Japanese yen. Now, I'm going to talk you through this from a price action point of view, and then I'm going to show you what the indicator tells you to do. Right, and obviously, this indicator is based on price action, right? Of course, because that's how you should trade, and that's how I trade, and I've created this indicator. So let's not even look at the indicator, right? Let's start with the day chart. So if you look at the day chart, right, you don't need to be Warren Buffett, but this is in, okay, let's say that as well. This is in a downtrend, right? And just look at the candles, right? Super bearish. And we know New Zealand dollar's been weak, and we know yen has been gathering strength, right? So we're in a downtrend. And as you can see, this is exactly what the indicator shows you, right? The daily is bearish. We've also got bearish candles, which I like to keep a look at. We are a little bit overextended, right? But the indicator doesn't care. It just takes its trade, right? But we're in a downtrend. Okay. We also broke this low. We have broken this low here as well. Now, as you know, I want to trade with daily trend, and then I'm going to go down to the H4 trend, and I want the H4 to align with what I'm seeing on the daily. So I want daily and H4 to be in a downtrend. And again, as you can see, guys, right, it's a little bit scruffy, but it's ultimately in a downtrend, right? This is where we're at. Again, even if you knew nothing about price action, the indicator, right, our smart river is red, as you can see here, right? So that tells you that we're in a downtrend. So it ticks a lot of boxes from a price action point of view. And then to enter the trade, we had a nice big bearish candle, right? And we started entering, got a slight retrace, and then started entry. Just want to get 1:1, right? And that's what we got. Stop, entry, profit, right? We've got our 1:1. And as per the rules of the Price Action Pro indicator, we close 100% of the trade, and there you are. So you can see, guys, it's identical to how I trade. There's a few more rules which which means we'll have less trades, but it trades price action. There's another level here, which was part of the indicator, and these are preconceived entry levels, right? So you'll see these form every day, and if we get a reaction at these levels, then we can enter. So there you go, guys. 1 is for 1 with the price action pro indicator, and I'm happy, especially after the September I had. So yeah, good start to the month. And as always, guys, like with all my trades, I'm going to put these in the VIP Discord, right? So you can see my trade here. New Zealand yen sells is actually the D4 strategy that we're using. There's 2 strategies that we're using, this one and the R25. And there you go, guys. We took profit. And if you want to, if you want to see this, not experiment, it's not an experiment. We're trading price action. But if you want to see how this month turns out using the price action indicator, then please come join the Discord channel. Right, we post all of our results in here. You can see exactly how things are performing. So come join our free Discord channel. Why the hell not? It's free. Do it. What's that film? Do it. Do it. It's got Ben Stiller and who's Owen Wilson in, and they keep saying, do it. Is it Starsky and Hutch? Anyway, I digress. So there you go, guys. 1 is for 1. Right, let's see who's in the house. Let's see if we've got any questions that need answering. Phil, good afternoon, Phil. How are you, mate? Jane, hello, Jane. I keep wanting to say you, Jane, me, Tarzan, but I'm not going to do that. Tarzan was a good film, the more recent one. Yeah, hello, Jane. Jane's looking at Euro Aussie dollar. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Mr. Billionaire, hello. What about pound Swiss franc? Okay, we'll take a look at that as well. S Zone also wants to look at Euro Aussie dollar. Adrian, how are you, mate? You'll be glad to know I don't have my Liverpool mug today. This upsets Adrian, and he always tells me this. He's a Man United fan. Don't hold it against him. PJ, how are you, PJ? Nero, how are we, Emperor Nero? Hello, 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 everyone. So another thing I wanted to do, guys, and I don't know if this is possible, right? But during the live streams, I want you to post me one of your trades, right? Is that possible? I don't know. I run the channel. I should probably know, but I don't, because me and technology are enemies. So yeah, what I want you to do is share a picture. Can you share pictures in the live comments? I don't know, but share a picture of your trade, or even put in the parameters of your trade, and we will examine it right live on the live stream right now. So if someone's got a trade they want to share, please put it in the live chat right now. You know, like I share my trade, win or lose. Yeah, share your trade. Maybe you want to know why didn't a trade work out? Did I miss anything? Or, why was this trade successful? Okay. Right, but let's look at Euro Aussie dollar, and please stick around for the 5K challenge giveaway. Right, Jane, Euro Aussie dollar. Let's do this. So daily, 100%, right? We want to sell this pair. Let's start with the weekly, because I know the weekly is nice as well, right? The weekly is in a downtrend, okay? So if we just follow structure, okay, we're in a downtrend. We broke this last low and we have lower lows. So, and we're getting lower highs, right? So we're 100% in a downtrend on the weekly. I'm happy to sell. This candle is not worrying me. It's not super bullish. It's not telling me not to sell. So yeah, fine. Sells on the weekly. And then if we drop down to the daily, 100% sells. Because, so this is interesting about structure, right? Because as you can see, at this point, I would say structure is in no doubt whatsoever, right? Lower highs, lower lows, right? We are clearly in a downtrend. Now, price retraces all the way back up to these highs, but we never break them. So we are still clearly in a downtrend, right? Now, what happens here is this gets thrown into a little bit of doubt because of this last low, right? And you're thinking, oh, hang on, are we starting to see higher lows? And that is fair that you are seeing that. If you're seeing that, that's good awareness, right? So I'm seeing that level. Now, other traders would say, right, that level is not important, right? We're in a downtrend at this point, right? At this point, we're in a downtrend, and that level is insignificant because it hasn't proved itself, right? So a lot of traders would just be seeing that. But it makes sense to me to recognize that level because it could be an area where price reacts, okay? So as soon as we got a break of that level, there was absolutely no doubt. Euro Aussie dollar is in a downtrend. And it's one of my trade ideas for today. So we're 100% in a downtrend. We've had this big bearish candle break these lows. And we had this big wick rejection yesterday. So everything's telling us we could take price, I think, back down to this 1.77 thousand. Right? So weekly and daily, this is like, 100% a sell trade, right? Now let's drop down to the H4. And this is also quite clear, right? The only issue we're having here is this. It's not breaking this low, right? We are not making lower lows on the H4, right? It stopped making lower lows. But if we just follow H4 structure, you can see we are in a downtrend, right? We're getting lower highs, but we're not getting lower lows. So could this become a bit of a range? Maybe, right? But either way, this level in here, right? If we get a reaction in here and these levels hold, and we get a nice bearish candle here, 100% we can take this sell trade, right? That will be a really nice trade. And we'll target potentially back down to these lows. We don't want to take it any further than these lows with our target initially, because the market is telling you that is a good support level. So don't push your luck, right? Again, it's not me making up a target. It's the market telling me that's a target. If you start selling, that has to be your target, right? And then if it breaks this, then okay, right? We can, get back into the trade. But Jane, yeah, Euro Aussie dollar, I really like sell trades. And I assume, Jane, that you were also looking at sell trades. I hope so. So yeah, there you go, Jane. Right, and Esson was looking at Euro Aussie dollar as well. Right, Mr. Billionaire wants to look at pound Swiss franc. Let me have a quick drink. And before we look at pound Swiss franc, guys, if I could please ask everyone to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. If you haven't already, please go check out our website, www.simply-forex.com. You can get access to the complete trading course that I created. You can get access to the mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. You can get access to the VIP Trading Academy as part of the Discord, and you can get access to our Price Action Pro Bad Boy Indicator, right? That gave me a great trade today. So go check out the website. They are all on there. Also, guys, please come join our trading community. Yeah, you can talk to traders, share knowledge, ask questions, right? Come join our free Discord channel. You can see it all above my head. And then finally, guys, today's live stream is brought to you by Pepperstone, world-class leading broker. I'm sure you've all heard of them. And if you swap brokers today and use our link, we will give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy, and we'll give you a free Essential Trading View subscription. What the hell is not to like? Please get involved with these promotions. And as always, all the links are in the video description. I hope I wrote a video description. Otherwise, they won't be. But no, they are. I'm sure they are. Right, pound Swiss franc for Mr. Billionaire. I love that. And you get this positive affirmation. Just the fact you're calling yourself Mr. Billionaire, right? You're putting it out in the universe. You're going to attract money. I'm assuming this was the idea, Mr. Billionaire. So when you are a billionaire, remember the rest of us, okay? Pound Swiss franc, right. So, guys, what we're going to do now, we are going to do this one together, right? Because a lot of you guys are here to learn. If you're more advanced, it's good practice to really focus on your price action understanding, right? So, this is what we're going to do. We are going to analyze each chart. Okay, and you're going to tell me what you would do. And your three options, as always, every day in the market, you have three options only. They are, you would buy the market, you would sell the market, or you would stay the F out of the market, right? They're your only three options. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. They're your only three options. So with that in mind, if everyone could get involved, on the weekly chart, right, would you buy, sell, or stay out of this market? So everyone, guys, please leave your comment in the live chat. Would you buy, sell, or stay out of this market? Okay, it was Starsky and Hutch. Do it. Do it. Am I on Twitter? Is Twitter X? Yeah, then I am. But I'm more on Instagram and TikTok than I am Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter user. I am on Instagram. I am on TikTok. Obviously, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on OnlyFans, sharing naked pictures of my feet. If anyone's interested. Oh, right. Okay, Brett, you can't share pictures. Okay. Nero, we'll take a look at that as well. Nero's looking at gold, but we're just waiting for all of your answers to this analysis. So, right. I think I know what the F stands for. So we've got some people in now. So Brett has put STFO. I'm assuming that means stay the fudge out. Nero is stay out. Andre, alert on trend line and sell. Okay, so for the time being, really, stay out. S-Zone, stay out. PJ, stay out. Okay, and S-Zone only trades trending markets. Now, it's a stay out, because if you ever find yourself in this situation, right? Let me drag this level across, right? This level, let's drag it down to there, right? That's the last low. This level has proven to be good support. Again, that is not me making anything up. That is not me foretelling the future, like a lot of traders do online. They're like, I think Euro US dollar is going to do this. They don't have a crystal ball. It's nonsense, right? But if you ever have this situation, right? So we are clearly in a downtrend, okay? And this is where we're at. We're getting lower highs. I mean, this is a big old trend, but it's not breaking these lows, okay? So if I'm ever in a downtrend and I'm at support, I never have a trade. why would you buy? Why would you sell into support? And if I'm in an uptrend and there's resistance, I never have a trade. Why would you buy into resistance? Resistance, by definition, means sellers will be there, right? And a support level, by definition, means buyers will be there. Otherwise, it's crap support, right? So don't do that. So on that basis, we're in a downtrend, we're at support, I would stay out, right? There's simply no trade. Okay. Right, so that's the weekly, stay out. Okay, but we're now going to do the same, right? But we're going to do the same on the day chart now. So on the daily chart, guys, right? What would you do? Would you buy, sell, or stay out of this market? So everyone, again, get involved, guys, and we'll work through this trade doing a top-down approach and show you how you should be analyzing the charts, right? So, yeah, daily chart, same question, buy, sell, or stay out of this market. While you do that, I enjoy this game because I can sit here and do nothing and drink. Guys, please stay tuned because we've got a $5,000 prop challenge giveaway during the live stream. Okay, right, we've got people coming in. Stay out, sell if we flip support. Okay, sell, and Jane would stay out. Any more? Anyone else getting involved? Any more for any more? Don't be shy. And there's no such thing as a wrong answer, guys, right? There is. I'm just being nice. If you give me a wrong answer, we will ridicule you in front of everyone. We won't do that. I'm only joking. You know, that's the beauty of trading. I could look at a chart and I think I want to buy that, right? But I'm trading the H4. And then you'll get someone else saying I'm selling that, but they're trading the M15 chart, right? So, you know, that's the beauty of trading. Now, the majority of, so it's either a sell or a stay out, right? Which is, I agree, it would be one of the or the other, because we are clearly in a downtrend, right? That's where we're at. We're getting lower highs. This could be a new high. It's not confirmed yet. Lower lows, right? So we're clearly in a downtrend. Again, the indicator tells you this anyway. If you're not great with price action, then the indicator will really help you guys. And we have, you know, this is a green candle, but look at that wick rejection, right? That's quite a hefty wick rejection. Now, you know, and we've got room to move into back to this weekly support. So yes, sells, but there are a couple of things, you know, really how bearish this candle is very much open to interpretation, right? That has quite a big green body, but it also has quite a big wick rejection, right? It's not clear cut, okay? And you've got to remember we're bouncing off a weekly support level. So I can totally understand about staying out, and there's an equal argument for selling, right? Because of what I've explained. So I would put this on my list. So each morning I put down all the pairs I'm going to trade and I put them in the free Discord, right? So if you want access to all of my trade ideas for the day, join the free Discord. They're there, they're all written out, right? And this would almost be like a B trade, if you like, right? And what I would say to myself is I would say, okay, we could be interested in sells here, but then I would need to see the following. Okay, so weekly is a stay out and daily is a stay out stroke sell trade. So really, if you this is the weekly. So if you just recap that information, really you haven't got a trade. There's not quite enough confluence. There's a little bit of contradiction. Yeah, I would say no trade, right? But let's follow this through, right? And let's look at the H4, because what I would do is map out an important H4 level. And you can clearly see there is an important H4 level running through there. Again, that is fact, right? It's very clear. Well, I don't want to be too presumptuous, but to me, that's very clear. Price has shown me many times that this is an important level, right? So, so first of all, we don't want to buy the market, right? Because of our weekly and daily analysis, nothing told us to buy it. So even if we got the nicest, wick candle off this level, we can't buy it, right? Because we're not interested in buying, no matter how nice the H4 looks, right? Remember, the daily is bearish, okay? And we want to be with daily trend. So what I would say to myself is this: I'll be like, right, we're at this level. If we get something like this and then we get a break, then okay, potentially we've got a sell trade on our hands. And then I just aim for the next support level, which you can clearly see is in here. And the indicator highlights that this gray zone is the indicator support level, right? So even if we got this, right, it shows you where we can sell to, right? And this is clearly the next support level. So if that happened, then maybe I would consider sells, but not interested in buying this pair. Okay, even if it does that, I'm not like, oh, I wish I took the H4 trade, I've missed out. Don't think like that, right? You cannot take every trade. You'll have thousands of trades each year, right? So just trade the ones that are with daily trend and H4 trend, and those two simple ideas alone are gonna give you high probability trades, right? Yeah, so there you go, guys. That was pound Swiss franc. Hope that helped Mr. Billionaire. Right, we got some more people in. Niraj, hello. Rich boy, I like the name. Hello. Right, we did have some more questions up here. Let me just sift through the questions, guys. Okay, so Nero, Emperor Nero, is currently in a gold buy trade. This is brave, I'm going to say, is the word for it. Okay, well, I hope you've hit target, right? So if we look at the H1, right, I hope you've hit target. What I'm going to do, I hope this was your target, the last highs, right? Then nice trade. But I'm not interested in buying gold. Just look at it. Like, this is so overbought. It's so overextended. And so many people are interested in gold, right? Understandably so, but it's just not giving us an entry. There is no retrace. Look at the market. It's just like that pretty much. There hasn't been a significant enough retrace for us to potentially get in, right? There just hasn't been that. And right now it's just super overextended, and you're buying into, a reasonably bearish daily candle. So gold, I'm just staying away from, unless you've got in down here, right? And you're absolutely laughing. Even then I wouldn't hold the trade that long. But even if you've got in down here, it just hasn't given us a chance to get in. So Nero, nice trade if you got in and out, but yeah, pushing your luck there. Things are very overextended. And the thing with gold is just breaking all correlations, right? Because if you look at the indices, which are absolutely flying as well, look at those, right? You know, it's just gold and the indices are constantly finding new highs. And that is very bizarre. Typically, if the indices are doing this and all is well in the world, gold is doing this. They are inversely correlated. And the opposite is true, right? Because they're inversely correlated, if the indices started doing that, right, then gold would start doing that because it's a flight to safety. So right now, what you have is the indices doing this and gold doing this. It's quite an unusual circumstance, this. So one of them's wrong, right? You know, correlations will work themselves out over time. They will. They've been around for years. They're not going anywhere. And these correlations will eventually play out. So at some point, you're either going to see gold have a sell-off or you're going to see the indices have a sell-off, right? And then if the indices have a sell-off, gold remains strong. If the indices keep pushing up, maybe gold has a sell-off. But that correlation will kick in eventually. So yeah, interesting gold at the moment. Right, what else are we looking at, amigos? Right. Dank. Tom, good afternoon. What is happening with Euro Pound? It looked good for sales based on technicals, but now I'm not too sure what's happening with Euro Pound right now. Let's have a look. Still think you're okay, right? If you're in a sell trade. The thing I like about, I mean, first and foremost, right, you are trading against trend. I just want to get that clear, Dank, right? If you're selling, you need to be aware that you are against daily trend. Higher lows, potentially there, higher highs. So I can understand sells, right? But you are trading against daily trend. So must point that out. So really, I'm not interested in selling Euro Pound, but let's look at some arguments for selling Euro Pound. And one of them is the weekly, because we're bouncing off weekly resistance, right? Even if I pull this to the left, right? Yeah, you can see resistance, 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 okay? And remember, by definition, a resistance level is a selling level, right? Otherwise, it's a crap resistance level. If there's no sellers there, price sails through it, right? But there will be sellers. So we're at a key resistance level. I wouldn't say we've had a super bearish reaction at that level on the weekly. I wouldn't. And on the weekly, we're still in this uptrend, right? So you're against weekly and daily trend. And there isn't anything telling me that sellers have taken control here. But on the day chart, that's different, right? Now, on the day chart, you can see that we have had, you know, look at all these candles. Let me get my teeth in. Look at this candle right here. Look at that candle there. Now look at the candles leading up to that, right? Buyers in control, bullish buyers. They're starting to slow down. One more push from the buyers, and then sellers have started to take control. You know, this side you can clearly see buyers are in control. This side you can clearly see sellers have taken control, right? That is clear. And that's reading candlesticks. And so much so, we've got this big bearish candle. Now, I get it, right? Selling that big bearish candle. But what you're doing, our smart river, right, is based on where the market reacts when it retraces, right? So I would be looking at buys from there, Obviously, I don't want to buy this big bearish candle. Today's not the day that I would look for buys, but at this smart river, which is also green telling us to buy, I would be looking for buys, right? So I'm not interested in selling. But let's go down to the H4. Okay, I mean, if you are going to sell this, then there is, now is the time. Right? I'm not interested in selling this, but if you're going to sell it, you should have waited till here. This is the age-old. This is older than my great granddad. I have no idea what his name was or who he was or where he's from. Although the name Parks, right, is from Scotland. I found out. And I also done one of those where your DNA's from, right? And, you sort of know this. But I'm just basically Viking, right? Scandinavian countries and Northern Europe is where all my DNA's from. I just thought I'd share that with you all. Anyway, you can clearly see price, right, was not breaking the resistance, but this support was holding. And this is common, right? When you get a daily uptrend against a weekly resistance level, right? But we broke down. Now we've retraced. I can see that as a good sell trade, but again, daily is bullish. I don't want to sell it. Right. Drum roll, please. We are, thank you, drummer. There's not really a drummer here. I haven't hired a drummer for this live stream. I do apologize. But we are going to play a game and somebody can win a 5K challenge, right? Now, you need to keep your own score. You need to be honest and keep your own score. I'm sure you're an honest bunch. I trust you all. So Nero says Grandpa was probably in the agency. Yeah, it probably was actually. He was MI1. So sorry, I had to bring that up. I found that funny. So this is what we're going to do, guys. Right, I'm going to randomly pick a currency pair. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I'm going to go back in time. Right, now I'm going to do this. Randomly pick an area. Right. Okay, so here we go. This is the game. I'm now going to go to the H4. And we are going to do this, right? Now, I'm going to put a trade up. Now, this is not a long position. This is just a trade, right? We're going to enter here. Right? And we're just going to go for 1:1. Is that 1:1? Yeah, 1:1. Right. So right now, price is here. And this is the trade. So this is going to be a sell trade, right? This is a long position. Let me just do this again. Bear with me. I did give this some thought, believe it or not. It's just looking very like I haven't. So let's remove this. All right, let's get a short position. Oh my God, it's going terribly wrong. Let's get a short position. Right. There we go. Short position, 1:1. Okay. I couldn't have picked a bit of screen to choose as well. This is going really well. This is the proof this is a live stream. It's like live TV. Anything can happen. And the drummer, you can leave now. Right. So we are here. We are selling the market. There's the stop loss. There's the take profit. Now, what you need to do is you need to decide, will this trade be successful or not? Okay. So everyone make up their own mind. And you're going to say, yes, this sell position will be successful. And if it is, you get 1 point, right? But if you say this sell position, this sell trade won't be successful, then you'll get 1 point. Now, I'm going to, so everyone make their mind up. Is this sell trade going to be good or bad? And you get 1 point if you're correct. I'm going to play along as well. I'm going to say this sell trade is bad. Right? So we're going to play it along, guys. And remember, keep your own score. Okay, 1 point to me. Right? So did you keep your... Okay, good. Jane put not successful. I agreed with Jane. I also put not successful. So Jane, you get 1 point. I get 1 point. And this is what we're going to do, guys. Right? Right, next one. I am now going to play this along very quickly. Right, here we are. Now, we are going to do another... We're going to do another sell trade. Right. Remember, keep your own score. Remember, we want 1:1. Okay. So we're in a sell trade now. Well, again. So is this trade going to be successful or not? Right. Remember, you can win a 5K funded challenge. So you've all made your answers. I've left this a little bit late, to be honest with you, in the live stream. So we might carry on a little bit over time, guys. And that's fine. I haven't got to do much. Right. So Jane, people think this sell trade is going to be successful. It's difficult to disagree with that. I'm gonna just throw a cat amongst the pigeons. I'm gonna say unsuccessful. I'm gonna say it wicks us out before it comes down, just to be different. Right. Let's play along. Okay, that was unsuccessful, right? Because, guys, we was in a daily uptrend, right? I shouldn't really tell you this is here. It's cheating. So there you go, guys. If you got that wrong, you get no points. But if you got it correct, you get 1 point. So I've got 2 points. I've got 2 for 2. Just saying. Right, and I did, you saw me randomly pick this. This game doesn't mean that much to me that I have to win it. And I went back and studied the 22nd of December 20. That's all I've been doing all day, is working out what happened on New Zealand US dollar. Right, so keep your own scores, guys. Right, we're going to play along. Let's go. No, let's keep on New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Let's go forward. Right. Okay, this one is going to be a buy trade. Where the hell is that? Right. Okay, this is our buy trade. There we go. Let's move it over. So, guys, is this going to be successful or not? Right, this is going to be a buy trade on the H4. I am looking at candles at this point as well, guys. I'm looking at structure and trend. I'm looking at candles. I'm looking at value. It's at the river. I'm also looking at the daily trend. That's cheating. So make your decisions, guys. I'm going to say that is successful. Okay, let's play along. Oh, there you go. We would have been sweating it for a bit, right? Yeah, this would worry you for sure. But bang, comes storming up. Successful trade. Give yourself a point if you said successful trade. Right, we're going to do one more. Let me play this along a little bit. What I want price to do is really come down. This is going to test our metal. Right, this is dicey. Right. Okay, we're gonna use a long position. Okay, this is an interesting one. I'm just going to leave it right there. Okay, so successful trade or unsuccessful trade. This is a buy trade, right? I want price to come to here. Here's my stop loss. I'm going to say I'm really torn, guys, because as you know, we're now in a daily bearish, we're now in a downtrend, right? Price has come down, but price wants to retrace, right? But how much will it retrace? Will it retrace to the river? Will it retrace higher? There's some levels through here. Does it want to hit these levels first? This is a tricky one. I'm going to say successful. Niraj has said successful as well. So is Mr. Billionaire. I am not on my own here. But bear in mind, guys, this is bearish and we're in a H4 downtrend, right? So this is the last one. I say this long position is going to work out, right? But let's play it along. Now I don't think that after that candle. Oh. Let's see if this comes down. So it was successful. I'm going to play this along a bit. I just want to know this for my own good. Look at that. Right. That's what you saw there. Right. So that the big boys knew, right, that there was loads of stop losses in here. Right, they know you're looking at this level, this level, this level, right? Price just literally come up, and then look at that reeks of a liquidity grab. Look how quickly that come down after that. So yeah, interesting. But it still didn't come down and hit our target. Hit our stop loss. So I believe I got all of them right. I'm going to award myself. No, I'm only joking. Sefa's got none out of 4. Very honest scoring. You could have lied and told me 1 out of 4, but 0 out of 4, very honest. So, right, what are your scores, guys? Did anyone get 4 out of 4? Be honest. If you did, let me know now. Yes, S-Zone, that's a liquidity grab. Did anyone get 3 out of 4? Okay, Sir Subrosa got 2 out of 4. Did anyone beat that? Jane got 3 out of 4. Did anyone beat that? 2 out of 4. Right, I'm calling it. Jane, you are the winner of a 5K funded challenge courtesy of Blueberry Funded. Now, what you need to do, Jane, in order to claim your prize. S-Zone, did you get 4 out of 4? Okay, I'm going to give 2 prizes. No more. This is it. So S-Zone got 4 out of 4 and Jane. Because I said Jane, I'm going to carry on with it. So Jane and S-Zone, what you need to do, I'm going to give away 2 5K funded challenges. That's $5,000 for you to trade with a prop firm, Blueberry Funded. Now, in order for you to get that prize, you need to join our free Discord above my head. The links are in the video description. I can never remember where the links are. But they're in the video description. Join the Discord, right? Then you will appear, verify yourself, and then just message someone in the help room, right? Just put, hi, I'm Jane, or hi, I'm S-Zone. I'm here to claim my free prize. And then basically what you need to do is message Simply Forex once you're in the Discord. Okay, guys. So yeah, do that. Jane and S-Zone, do that, and you will get a funded challenge. Unless you are in the US, then I'm sorry you won't. Yeah, because yeah, a lot of these prop firms don't take on US clients. So yeah, do that, guys. We've run well past time, and please don't forget to check out the website, join the Discord, check out the Pepperstone promotion as well, guys. Have a great rest of your trading week, and I will see you soon. Adios. I keep using adios. I need to use a different language.